Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! When we last left off, we were in the sunken ship, trying to locate a star piece that has been... Well, how do I have to word this? I guess it was... Actually, how did the sunken... Bleh. How did the star piece wind up here? It fell into the ocean, that is for certain, but it's going to be here in the sunken ship? Did it crash into the ship, or was it brought here? Well, first things first, we got some puzzles to deal with. Let's see here. I was wondering about this, so I did not fight this guy in front of this door, so I was kind of wondering, will it place me underneath the guy, instantly putting me into battle? Nope, I was put in front. Which actually makes me wonder, what if we actually defeat this guy? Let's find out. And we'll find out by... Ooh, how to start this. How about... making them all fall asleep. Actually, what I should have did was wake Mallow up. Do I have any items that can fix that? Yep. I'm not wake Mallow up, but make him unafraid. Because these enemies are going to be weak against lightning. And there's a freebie, by the way. I have not actually seen very many of those in this playthrough. Used to see them a lot more in the original. Anyway, Thunderbolt. Oh, one of them's a special enemy. And increase that jump power. Oh, got a coin and a frog coin. And Mallow leveled up. Has not learned his next spell, though. A lot of times when I would play the original game, I would fight a lot more battles. Meaning Mallow would be at a high enough level here that he would have already learned his next spell by now. And his next spell, really good against the enemies here. Out of curiosity, how far are we from actually reaching that point? If I could remember... Oh, right here? Yeah, here. Level 14 is his next spell. And he's currently at level 12. So he won't be learning it while we're here. Just goes to show, I am starting to be a little bit under-leveled for this point in the game. Alright. Recap time. We need to solve a puzzle in order to... Well, we need to solve a puzzle. So I will sell the pure waters I just got and get a reminder of the puzzle. I'll give you a hint. The password's got something to do with the sea. Even if you don't get through all 6 of the obstacles, you can try to deduce your way through. Good luck. In other words, you could brute force. So the puzzle being spoken of is right in here. That door's locked. Once you've come up with the key letters, speak in here. So we need to try to figure out the password by hitting these blocks. And speaking in here. It is definitely not psst. So we need to gather some clues to figure out what the password might be. Also, now that the ghost is gone, Mario stands right in front of the door. I already know the password because I played this game a million times, but it's kind of fun going after the passwords, so let's do that. Oh, you still have to leave the room in order to reset this puzzle? Even despite the fact that there is now a shadow indicating where the cannonball is, I still failed. Got a mushroom. It's so nice I don't have to worry about inventory space anymore. The 4th investigation cruise memo. It is actually a they. That is entirely different than the original. Oh gosh, I did not think I would have to look this up. Let me see what the original clues were. I'm gonna quickly load up my own playthrough real quick. And by quickly, I mean give me a moment. Let's see. Second page. Here we are. Where was this puzzle? There it was. So, the original hint said, memo left by Van Doren. At least 2 consonants are side by side. So this is a slightly more informative clue right here. It actually is informing us that that the answer is plural. Well, now I definitely gotta go through these again. So this is a coin collecting challenge right here. We do not win the coins unless we actually complete the challenge. If we're too slow, we lose. If we collect the leading coin too quickly, we lose. We have to collect them all the way to the end. And our prize is, I forget how many coins specifically, I think 160. Also really glad that I don't have a coin cap to worry about anymore. The search party Onyx's memo. It is very valuable. And what was the original clue? I am standing there, probably talking. Yep, I am still talking. Now I grab the clue. The original clue was memo left by Degama. It has 4 consonants. So it seems to me that these clues are less about trying to figure out the letters and more about what the object or objects actually are. So, multiple is something valuable. Royalan is asking, didn't I say that there were 2 possible answers in the SNES game? Yes and no. I actually said that it's possible to spell a different answer, not the correct answer, but there is another answer that you can spell. Oh gosh, it's this one. they even still have the give up button, which is now a little button prompt rather than a message on screen. I didn't even know that there was a little passage right here. So what happens if I press minus? You're on level 0. That's definitely a little bit more informative. So pressing the give up button in the original game would show Mario's location, as well as a shadow, I guess, representing where ground level is, where level 0 is. Either way, not very helpful. Also, just the minus button itself is different. Instead of saying give up, it would tell you, this is a 3D maze. Press X to give up. Can I do this now that we're in 3D? Yes. It's still the same maze. The path is pretty much the same as it has been. Well, now with that little extra section down there, it makes me wonder what paths are actually in here. But I'm not sure that anybody has ever figured out the exact pathing. Because you can't, like, remove the layers in the Super Nintendo game to figure out where the paths are. All that does is just make the entire screen invisible. Royal Syrup. That's a max FP heal. Okay, the second expedition team's memo. It has 2 vowels. And the original clue. Memo left by Degama. It has 2 vowels. So this clue is actually identical. Oh, I'm sure that somebody's actually drawn a map of this. But I'm very curious about the exact layout. What other pathing might there be hidden in here? Because there's a little cranny right here. It's actually kind of hard to explain how you even go through this. In fact, I probably should at least try, come to think of it, for anybody curious. So, straight up and to the left, then going up to the right, jumping, then going down to the right and jumping, going down to the left, jumping, kinda. It's kind of an angle, sort of, to the left. But that is eventually how you get up here. Then you just walk up here, travel up to the left, down to the left, up to the left, and jump up to the left some more, jump up to the right, down to the right, up to the right, jump up to the left. I am so glad that I have this maze memorized. Aside from the awkward part in the middle, that's just awkward. But it took me a long time to try to figure out this maze originally. So much so that it made me physically sick to my stomach. Okay, this part. I forget the exact positioning. I think this one is kind of far, and this one needs to be in the middle, which I poorly timed. But I still got it. Extra flower point. The Adventurer Indigo Junior's memo. It is found on the bed of the ocean. I think that clue is mostly the same in the original. Rather, it would say bed of the sea, I think. Memo left by Magellan. Or would that be pronounced Magellan? It is found on the bed of the ocean. No, that is the exact saying. I thought Magellan said sea. Again, nice to have the addition of a shadow. Makes it a lot more clear what you're trying to do. That's not just an enemy, but part of the puzzle. Yeah, I could definitely use some extra health and MP. So that's a full recovery. And the Adventurer Indigo's memo. There is an S in the word. So initially, in the upper half of these clues, this upper section, the clues are basically the same as the original game, aside from who it is that is giving the clues, whereas the clues on the lower level are different. A little bit more informative. Let's see, this clue originally was another memo left by Magellan. There is an S in the word. As I said, the same. Yeah, you can definitely reach the Koopa Troopa, but it is not an enemy. Also interesting that the Koopa Troopa can go out of bounds. Royal says, having both this clue and it is actually a they feels slightly redundant. I suppose. What was the puzzle in here? And they're both easy puzzles to get. Now, there's another puzzle in this room. This one, I needed a guide to figure out what to do in here, because I could not tell that one of the barrels over here was slightly different than the others, even in the original. And this works differently than the original. Here, the barrel goes the same direction as you're facing, whereas originally it went the opposite direction that you were facing. Because the opposite direction makes a little bit more sense, kinda? Because if you're walking forward, you're pushing the barrel the other way. I should have fought some more battles before doing this puzzle. The treasure hunter Elon's memo. The R comes before the L. That clue is definitely the same as in the original, aside from the person who wrote it, which was Van Doren. Can I make that spawn again if I want to? Yep, since I didn't grab it. I assume that's a one-time thing that I can grab. If I wanted to, I could go back and fight a couple of battles, just so that I can take some damage and use some FP, have an excuse to actually use this mushroom, but, I just noticed, because we're in the pause menu, the ambience of the ocean is gone. You can definitely hear the song a lot better when you're in the menu. Anyway, and yeah, putting in the code here is basically the same as it was in the original game, where you have a selection of letters rather than type it in with a keypad. I think, well, first off, it's definitely a lot less awkward with this message window style than it was in the original, where it was just a regular message window. But also, I think it's better to have it like this than include a keypad, because this way you kind of know what letters you're supposed to be working with and deduce your way through. So, as pointed out earlier, this is an answer you can give, but it's not the correct one. That clue about the it being plural probably is because of that. Maybe Nintendo realized that the clues could potentially lead to you guessing oyster, because I have seen someone legitimately guess this answer, thinking it was what the clues were telling. So, telling us that the answer is valuable and that there's plural are clues to prevent this answer from coming along. Because the actual answer is pearls. That is still creepy. Good job. I'll let you through. If you can get past me first, that is. I don't see myself dying, but I am slightly under-leveled, so just in case, I'll say the fact that I completed that password. And hello there, Radio Raptor! Welcome to the stream. You're just in time for boss time. Yeah, I think this is definitely the team I'm going to be bringing to this fight. Although I can switch team members during the fight. In which case, Bowser. You can terrorize the tentacles. And of course we're going to do some thought peeking, because the tentacles have minds of their own. Which actually kind of makes sense, because if you cut off the tentacles of the squid, they flounder about. So, not entirely sure how that works, but apparently it does. So fire, fear, and poison. We don't have poison yet. Normally, on a playthrough, I would. You're not going to eat me, are you? As a matter of fact. Oh, right, we don't have the chain chomp anymore. Well, that's a little bit different than the original. The same effect, Mallow's been taken out of battle, but the animation makes it a little bit more clear what's going on. Instead of the... in the original game, the tentacles did a flick while the party member was just kind of sucked in and tossed in the air. So, who wants calamari? Yep, you're about dead. No fire, please. I don't want to be fried. So, this is a multi-phase boss fight, which is neat. Also, the transition between phases was a lot faster than in the original. Let's do the thing. Interesting, because fire is part of the equation, that counts as their weakness. Alright. Here comes the actual boss. King Calamari. Only 800 HP. We encountered our first boss with 1200 HP a few boss fights ago. So it's a little surprising to see that so far that one boss has been the only boss with over 1000 HP. But then again, this fight did have multiple phases to it. The ship's mine. Scram! Oh yeah, come to think of it. Those logs written by the crew members mentioned how the ship was attacked by King Calamari. And that they locked the squid in the cellar. So, time to take care of that. We'll get rid of the tentacles first. Poison, not cool. Let's... I'll go ahead and attack. I could end this fight really quickly if I wanted to with some more super fireballs. So I will. And we'll bring in Peach to heal that poison. Gonna want to do some more of that, actually. Especially on Peach, because your health is so low. Okay, definitely getting some more MP. Also, hello there, MKnightDH, welcome to the stream. Who is pointing out that the tentacles have had their stats swapped. Have they? Didn't notice. Oh yeah! The little Mario doll. I forgot about that. When Mario is affected by a status ailment, Bowser throws a doll instead of Mario. I am 90% certain that that does not affect the strength of the attack. Yeah, I am fairly certain that that is normally Drain Beam. No idea why it was changed into a water attack. Okay, a level up for Gino. Few extra points of attack. Sure. Oh, there's your next attack, Bowser. Poison gas. We get to have a poison attack now. Very useful whenever bosses are weak against it. And the next boss is... Overall, you don't get much in the way of stat buffs from this level. This one is an extra 2 points to attack, but... let's just boost your magic. You were not down here in the original game, I don't think. Or were you? No, maybe you were. Maybe you were down here. Yeah, I think actually... No, I'm not sure now. I could have sworn you were upstairs rather than down here, but... But now I'm curious. Yeah, I guess you actually were down here before. I kind of forgot that. Well, you can go ahead and remain down here. Those cannon blasts have a lot more oomph than the original. Also, gotta love that stereo sound. Come to think of it, there's another enemy I have not encountered yet. And they are only available in these mouse fights. Not them. I wanted to stand on top of you to get up here. Again, so nice that I don't have to worry about the coin limit. My typical run, I would skip the majority of the treasure chest because there's just so many coins in this dungeon. Hey, there it is! We got the return of those pig enemies. And a special alley rat as well. I'm definitely going to want to do a couple of things with this fight. Let's start with poison gas. It is interesting to think that Bowser is a summoner in this game. Oh, come to think of it, I don't think you can afflict enemies with multiple status ailments. Okay, super jump. Don't run. Good. And we'll bring in Mallow to do the Thought Peak. Weak against lightning and all the status ailments. It said resistance whenever I tried casting Sleep. That just shows, nope, you cannot afflict more than one status ailment. Group up? Yeah, right. Can we go home yet? I'm hungry. That was poorly timed. Mallow's got something that prevents that. I like how it just falls apart. Excuse me a sec. I want to use your head, Mario. Coca-Cola, nice. So, fake Mario mirrors your movements, jumps when you do, but not when you're walking. Apparently, this thing has a little bit of difficulty multitasking. I love that this dungeon includes puzzles, by the way. I meant to say that during those other puzzles, but I love that this dungeon includes puzzles. It's a lot more interesting than the usual just walk through and fight enemies along the way. And it's a shame that there weren't more puzzles in other dungeons. But this is kind of from an era where puzzles in RPGs weren't that commonplace yet. RPGs were all about going through the dungeons and fighting monsters. I was just curious about something. Oh, yeah. Definitely doing a little bit more of this. We'll scare those dry bones to death. Well, aside from the one that we missed. It is interesting to think that a regular jump can kill the dry bones, considering in any other Mario game that doesn't work. Level up for Peach, she definitely needs it. Okay, we could give her a few points of attack there. 5 points of health. Yeah, we'll give her the attack. Plus a point of defense. Well, I will say, we might be able to kill the dry bones in battle, but they do eventually come back to life like normal after the fact. Hello, Cindy. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I do want this. Or should I have saved it? No, definitely right now. And probably Peach. Because we got a Mimic. Whoa. Alright. defend for the moment. What are we dealing with here? We'll find out after I properly time this. Well, for one thing, you're not affected by any status ailments. Try this again. I'm pretty strong, right? You're thinking about running away, right? Right? I don't know, is it possible to run? Ugh, boy. Super jump. I like how squishy enemies are when you jump on them. Big hits come in micro packages. Time for group hug. Ah, so close to 30. Healing rainbow. No, don't need that. We don't really need to use our triple move for these things anyway. And that's why. And we got the safety badge. Okay, I gotta ask. Does the description of this piece of... Was the description of this equipment fixed? Yes. Yes, it was. Prevents mute, scarecrow, fear, mushroom, sleep, and poison. In the original game, all it said was that it prevented mute and poison, even though it did all this other stuff as well. So, nice to see that improvement. I can't remember for sure, but I think this also reduces damage from elemental attacks. Let me double check that. Nope, it's just the protection against status ailments. And also some extra buffs to your defensive magic defense. Was reading M. Knight's comment in the chat, and kind of think of it, we didn't get to see that mimic use... Wait, what was that mimic called? First off. Because originally it was called Hide-On. Oh, right, whoa. But we didn't get to see it use its strongest attack. Carny Kiss. Probably a good thing. It hurts. I didn't actually equip the safety badge. Let's give it to you for the time being. We'll give you back the nurture ring whenever it becomes relevant. And your equipment's fine. Oh wait, we did get to see it use Carny Kiss. Or did we? No, we didn't. No, it used a regular attack, which was already strong on its own. Carny Kiss would have been a lot more painful than that. Let me check the monster list again. Was there any aquatic enemies we didn't get? Yeah, there is another aquatic enemy. We got the Zeostar, Blooper, Mr. Kipper, Krusty. I know what enemy we're missing. Let's see if we can get it to appear. Not in this fight. That is some defense. I don't really like the inclusion of the monster list, by the way. It kind of encourages going after these battles. This fish really wants a piece of Mario. But you don't have the piece that I'm looking for. Hold on a sec. Let me do this again, though. Well, that was weird. That first time, I leapt up through the fish and then landed on top of it. Not you. I want this one. But it's the same one. Well, probably gonna be in here. There it is! Luco. And Luco looks a lot better than he did in the original game. I mean, kind of the same, but the main difference is Luco has eyes, and Luco always has had eyes. But in the original game, you could barely see the eyes. You only really knew they were eyes if you looked at the promotional art of the game. Also, Luco, potentially dangerous. Let's see if I can get the answer why. It has a really strong attack. There it is. That is a special counter. Weak against fire. Pretty sure they're immune to electricity. Let's face it, I can't keep drifting forever. Bolt is really hard to time defensively. I like how there's animations for these status ailments now, particularly sleep. Instead of them just being motionless, they actually are fallen asleep. I can at least use Thunderbolt to get rid of the Zeo stars. And we haven't seen Geno in a bit. Geno's got a decent regular attack. Special attack, rather. Oh, I'm gonna run and recover my FP. Oh yeah, I definitely make plenty of use out of status ailments in this game. Also, I just remembered, can make use of Yoshi's cookie as well. You don't resist it, just a low chance of it working. I'll try one more time. Yeah, I think Lucas only have a 25% chance of being eaten. Yeah, I have a few Thurfer cookies. I'm saving them for later. I let these come at me because this. Oh, they only give mushrooms? Well, that's not as useful as I was hoping. Am I kept on the Thrufers? Let me see here. Yep, I am actually kept on Thurfer cookies. Wow, I just noticed that watery filter going on. Certainly makes Mario look interesting. And yeah, I could have definitely bought more Thurfer cookies even if I'm capped. I don't know that I would necessarily be making much use of them in the future, though. I don't think I'm going to need more than 10. I just love how this is a watery cube. Also, one and only appearance at the Blooper Nanny. And I believe the babies can be attacked. However, in battle, they are regular bloopers. Kids grow up so fast these days. Although, I might actually be attacking the mother. Let's find out. No, I definitely did attack one of the babies. Here, age down for me. Come back here. Hold on a sec. Not you. I got them all out of sync. Oh, but you're definitely trying to stay in sync. Also, there is a hidden door back here. This just looks so much better now. Got the safety ring. One of the most OP items in the game. And we're only 4-star pieces in. Maybe not you. Let's give it to you. Safety ring. Guards against mortal blows. Well, it does prevent instant death. What it doesn't tell you is it makes you completely immune to elemental attacks. That said, there's a little bit of confusion when it comes to what counts as an elemental attack. There is a boss coming up that has a really powerful water attack, but it doesn't actually count as a water attack. Or, who knows, maybe it actually does count as a water attack, but water is not counted as an element. So M. Knight says the safety ring received a nerf? I'm curious what that nerf is. Regardless, I'm not equipping it right now. Frog coin. Well, I didn't even notice that you can see Mario's reflection in the water as he swims. Yeah, they definitely put a lot of work into this game's visuals. They were slower to notice me than normal. Arr! What's going on here? Who are you? What? You're looking for a star? I'll let you see stars, arr har. Anyway, you're out of luck. You see, whatever falls into the sea becomes Johnny's property. Got that, matey? Oh, and one last thing. Read my lips. If you have lips, I cannot tell from this camera angle. We ain't letting you through. Got it? Okay, sit tight for a moment. We're gonna thought peek. Weak against fire and lightning. And the usual status ailments. I love the color red. Bowser. You know one thing I miss? When certain characters charge up a magic attack, such as fire, in the original game they would have a charge animation that was a playing card suit. Like Mario had the spade, I want to say, and Mallow had the clover, Bowser had the diamond, and Peach had the heart. Or maybe Bowser had the diamond. Bowser had a diamond, Geno didn't have a playing card suit, rather he had a star. But they don't have that in this game. I mean, they have the charge sound effect, but they don't have that colorful card symbol appear. It's kind of a shame. Royal Land says Clover is club. Either or. Arr! You're stronger than you look. Better warn the upper deck. Come on, mates. Alright, where's the intruder? That was a little bit more impactful than normal. Even had a little bit of rumble. I don't see him. Did he get away? There he is! Get him, boys! Here, this is on us. What the? How dare you dodge the barrel? I'll grab this in a bit. Hey! How'd you get up here so fast? There was nobody in my way? Well, your luck has run out. We don't take kindly to strangers here. So Royal Land says, I don't think the card symbols are necessary. This isn't a cards-themed game. Yeah, but it was a nice effect, though. Added a little bit of personality to the spell casting. Plus, this was from an era when... well, like Final Fantasy would do the same thing. Final Fantasy VI would have these spell charge animations whenever you get ready to cast spells. Final Fantasy VII as well. It was just a neat additional effect. Oh right, we didn't terrorize you, therefore that didn't one-shot you. Because that didn't one-shot you. I guess they do have lips. And boss fight. Just in time. I got that backwards. And level up just in time for a boss fight. You're pretty tough, mate. Alright, I'll let you through to Johnny's place. You actually had a little door opening animation. I approve. By the way, in case I haven't mentioned it before, when a character levels up, their health gets restored. It's really handy. Not so handy for the rest of us who need healed still. So let me think, how do I want to do this? Well, there was a heal point right down here. But there's also no save point, considering the distance we just traveled and the fact that there's a notorious boss in the next room. So I'm actually going to take the time to head back to the save point, while also dodging around all these enemies that I ignored and failing. Not a problem. Another level up. Cool. Not great buffs for attack or defense, so have some health. Get you over 100. Oh yeah, I forgot there was autosave. Wow. I'm so used to just making my way back to the save point every time I reach that point, just out of habit. Oh yeah, I forgot that these mimic boxes fill up with coins when you revisit them. I'm going to have to go back to the Kirosaurs to get the coins that appear in that one. The one there. Okay, and as I make my way back to where we were, let's go ahead and head on a break. We will be right back. And when we come back, it's gonna be boss time.